Hello and welcome to the part 2 of the presentation on the 4A IT Risk Management Framework. So what does one mean by having an effective IT risk governance process? An effective IT risk governance process is the force that pulls the otherwise fragmented and localized views of IT risk together into a comprehensive whole and allowing organizations to effectively set priorities. According to Westerman and Hunter, organizations need an IT risk governance process as no centralized person or group has a wide enough perspective to fully understand and control all risks in even mid-sized organizations. Local managers are best positioned to understand and manage risks in different parts of the organizations. But even if those managers are aware of risk and are engaged in managing it, their perspective is incomplete and their priorities may differ from the organization as a whole. Organizations need mechanisms for local managers to identify and resolve these risks, and also build a consolidated view of the risk that enables it to prioritize, invest in solutions, and monitor results at an enterprise level. Westerman and Hunter define 5 key steps in the IT risk governance process. These steps include: number 1, defining risk policy and standards. Policy defines what is permissible and what is not permissible. This will also include complying with laws and regulations like Sarbanes-Oxley, the Gramm-Leach-Bliley Act, HIPAA, and PCI DSS, etc. Standards are designed to guide the implementation of processes and procedures specific to the infrastructure and applications, for example, minimum security baseline for Windows and Linux servers, or Java and Oracle coding standards. The second step in the IT risk governance process includes identifying and assessing risks. Identification and assessment of risks should be carried out at multiple levels, which includes performing facilitated risk assessment sessions or by performing IT risk assessments or IT audits. Organizations should then compile a risk register of all their risks and categorize these risks into high, medium, and low categories. The third step in the IT risk governance process includes prioritizing risks and assigning responsibilities. Once the risk register is populated, then the prioritization of what risks need to be addressed needs to be performed. It is important to note that the business should determine the priorities based on resources and the risk appetite, and it is likely that high-risk items may not get done first. The fourth step in the IT risk governance process includes addressing risks. Once you have your inventory of risks and priorities, organizations need to address these risks by either implementing mitigating controls, or by accepting these risks, or by transferring these risks, for example, through buying insurance, or by avoiding the activities that are causing the risks. The fifth and final step in the IT risk governance process includes monitoring and tracking risks. A program to continuously monitor and track risks and also to monitor the effectiveness of the mitigating controls should be in place. Clearly, without a monitoring process, an organization cannot know if the measures they have in place are actually working. Additionally, senior management need to be kept informed on the risk management efforts through an adequate reporting process. Now the third and final discipline of the IT risk management framework is building a risk-aware culture. In enterprises with a mature risk-aware culture, everyone at every level is aware of risk, discusses risk, and takes personal responsibility for managing risk. Risk-aware firms are characterized by both a deep expertise in particular aspects of IT risk and also a generalized awareness throughout the enterprise of the nature and consequences of risky behavior. Clearly, there are benefits in having a risk-aware culture, as even the best processes can fail if they are built around uninformed people. Additionally, risk-aware culture improves willingness to discuss and manage risks as a team, rather than requiring individuals to fully manage their own risks. It is worth noting that a risk-aware culture requires visible attention and public support of senior management, without which its effectiveness will be limited. Additionally, awareness cannot be built on training alone. It must be incorporated into policy, process, and culture. This completes my presentation on the 4A IT Risk Management Framework. Thanks for listening. If you have further questions, you can contact me at pranavsh@hotmail.com. And good luck in implementing your IT risk management program.